Born into the prestigious Quraysh tribe, Talha Ibn Ubaydullah radiallahu anhu, with him was destined for a life of leadership and prosperity. But little did anyone know that this young man's true legacy would be written not in wealth, but in his unwavering devotion to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, in Islam. It was Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, the Prophet's closest companion, who first spoke to Talha about Islam. The young Talha, with a heart open to truth, embraced the message without hesitation, knowing full well the challenges that lay ahead. Like many early Muslims, Talha faced brutal persecution for his new beliefs. The Quraysh, fearful of losing their grip on power, harassed and tortured those who followed the Prophet, but Talha, standing firm in his newfound faith, would not give in. Even under the most severe torture, Talha never wavered. His loyalty to the Prophet and his mission was absolute. When the time came, Talha, along with other believers, migrated to Medina. He left behind his life in Makkah, sacrificing everything for the sake of Allah and the growing Muslim community. But Talha's most defining moment came during the Battle of Uhud, a battle that tested the faith and courage of the early Muslims. After an initial victory, the Muslim army found itself overwhelmed, and the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was left exposed to enemy attack. In that critical moment, when the Prophet's life was in danger, Talha made a split-second decision that would define his legacy forever. With no concern for his own safety, Talha threw himself in front of the Prophet, shielding him from the oncoming arrows. Arrow after arrow struck Talha, but he didn't move. He shielded the Prophet with his own body, even as one of his hands was gravely wounded, rendering it useless for the rest of his life. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, would later say of Talha, "Whoever wishes to see a living martyr walking on this earth, let him look at Talha." For his heroism that day, Talha earned a place of honor in Islamic history. But Talha's bravery in battle was only one part of his story. He was also known for his incredible generosity. A successful businessman, Talha used his wealth to support the Muslim community, helping the poor and contributing to the building of mosques and other community projects. His kindness and generosity earned him the title Talha al-Khair, or Talha the Good. He was a man who gave not just in times of war, but also in times of peace, always working for the betterment of the Muslim community. However, Talha's life was not without its challenges. After the assassination of Uthman, radiallahu anhu, the Muslim community was thrown into turmoil, and Talha found himself caught in the midst of the first civil war, fitna. Although Talha initially opposed Ali, radiallahu anhu, he soon regretted his involvement in the political turmoil. Talha's heart remained loyal to the unity of the Muslim Ummah, but the situation spiraled out of control. During the Battle of the Camel, Talha was struck by an arrow and fatally wounded. As he lay dying, Talha's thoughts were not of regret for his life, but of the greater mission of Islam and his devotion to the Prophet, peace be upon him. Talha Ibn Ubaydullah, radiallahu anhu, was more than just a companion of the Prophet. He was a man of courage, generosity, and unwavering faith. His bravery at Uhud, his kindness to the poor, and his steadfastness in the face of adversity make him one of the greatest figures in Islamic history. May we all be inspired by the life of Talha Ibn Ubaydullah, radiallahu anhu, a living martyr, a man of great faith, and a true defender of Islam. His legacy lives on in the hearts of Muslims around the world.